Why the longer a man is single. The longer a man walks alone, the more dangerous he becomes. Not to others, but to everything that once tried to break him. Isolation does not destroy the Stoic man. It forges him. In silence, he sharpens his mind. In solitude, he hardens his will. And while the world misjudges his quiet inside, he is building something eternal. This is not loneliness. This is training. And in this brutal stillness, he becomes free. There comes a time in every man's life when he must confront the silence. No more distractions, no more running, no more validation from anyone or anything outside of himself. Just the quiet. And the man standing in the middle of it, and for the one who dares to remain in that quiet, that man becomes unstoppable. Marcus Aurelius, emperor of Rome and disciple of discipline, once said, "Nowhere can a man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." And that is the essence of the single Stoic man. Not a man forgotten by the world, but a man who has chosen to remember himself. We live in a time that romanticizes constant connection. We are told that value comes from being seen, being praised, being chosen. But a Stoic knows better. He does not wait to be picked. He chooses himself. And when a man walks alone, he learns something most people spend their entire lives running from. He learns who he really is. It is in the solitude of a single man's life that his true war begins, not against others, but against the weak voice within, the voice that seeks comfort, that craves validation, that wants to be saved, but the Stoic man saves himself. Seneca, one of the wisest Stoic minds to ever live, wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." A man who is single does not waste his time chasing fleeting pleasures or shallow approval. He faces the abyss, and then he builds a bridge over it, one disciplined thought at a time. He learns that women are not the answer to a broken man. Love is not the cure for self-neglect. A relationship will not fix what discipline must. Because the truth is this: no one is coming to save us. No hand will reach into the darkness to pull us out. We must climb. To the single man watching this, you are not behind. You are not broken. You're in the process of becoming. In a world that celebrates shallow comfort, we must become men of depth. Men who do not fear being alone because we have filled our solitude with something sacred, purpose, discipline, and peace that does not depend on the presence of anyone else. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, lost everything in a shipwreck. But from that loss, he founded a philosophy that still saves lives today. It was in his darkest moment that he began to build his greatest strength, and so must we. Every second a man spends single is a second he can sharpen his mind, master his urges, dissect his pain, and remove the parts of himself that are no longer aligned with who he must become. When a man is single, truly single, he becomes dangerous because he stops being controlled by desire. He stops reacting to the chaos around him. He becomes still, unmoved. Intentional Epictetus taught that we suffer not from the events in our lives, but from our judgment of them. The single man reclaims his judgment. He sees rejection not as a curse, but as a mirror. Loneliness not as weakness, but as an invitation to build. And desire not as an impulse to chase, but a fire to tame. This is the strength the world cannot see. Because true Stoicism happens in the dark. It is invisible, unglamorous, and relentless. And yet, it changes everything. You see, the longer a man is single, the more he either builds or breaks. There is no middle ground. There is no neutral. Each night spent alone is either a forge or a grave. You must choose. Will you use your solitude to grow? Will you take this silence and build something unshakable within? Or will you let it consume you, whispering lies that you are incomplete? We are not incomplete. We are men under construction, and every day we rise without applause, without comfort, without validation. We become more than men. We become warriors of the inner world. Do not waste these years. Do not curse your solitude. Honor it. Use it. Let it strip away the layers of weakness you did not even know you had. Let it train you to endure storms no one else can see. Let it refine you into someone no chaos can shake. And when the day comes that love finds you, it will not find a needy boy desperate to be healed. It will find a man who is already whole, already calm, already free. The Stoic man is not against love. He is not cold. He simply refuses to depend on something outside himself for peace. And that is what makes him powerful. The world will never understand the man who walks alone. They will call him lonely. They will call him strange. But that is the price of strength. The path of the Stoic has always been misunderstood, but we are not here to be understood. We are here to endure, to transcend, to lead by example, without needing recognition. So if you are alone right now, know this: you are not behind. You are ahead of the ones who have never faced themselves. You are becoming what the world is quietly starving for. A man who is anchored, clear, and untouchable by the noise around him. Let them chase. Let them drown in distractions. We will rise in the silence. We will train in the shadows. And we will walk forward, stoic, still, and unstoppable. If you are on this path, do not walk it alone. Join us, subscribe, and together we will forge a brotherhood of men who choose strength over comfort, peace over pleasure, and purpose over everything. This is not just philosophy. This is war, and we are winning it from within.